want to get on the action? We want to hear from you. Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on IG at FadeRoutePodcast. Drop us a DM on Twitter at FadeRouteDNZ. Comment on our YouTube channel, The Fade Route with DNZ. Questions, comments, picks, segment suggestions, you name it, we want to hear from you. Get at us, in crowd. It's Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 with DNZ. Here are your hosts, D and Z. Welcome everybody to Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 with DNZ. I am Z, and here's how it goes. DNZ, we give you our top 1, 2, 3 green lights or fantasy starts, and our top 1, 2, 3 fantasy sits or red lights. We're going to start with our green lights first. Who are your green lights for week 7 deep?
All right, so my first one is kind of a layup here. I mean, if you've got the Raiders defense on the waiver wire, pick that bad boy up. They're going against Bears, Tyson Baguette, or as Z likes to call him, bread and chicken. I think that's a sure bet that the Raiders defense is going to have double-digit points this weekend. My number 2, I'm gonna take Wan'Dale Robinson against the Commies. I like the target share he's getting the last couple of games, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I also like that Tyrod Taylor's the quarterback. I expect Wan'Dale Robinson to either have 8, 9, or maybe a touchdown. So let's go with Wan'Dale Robinson. And staying in the same game, I like Brian Robinson versus the Giants, the running back on the Commies. He's been having a really good year. He's the guy that he's their go-to running back. He's their number 1. He's going up against the Giants. I think you could pencil him in for at least 1 touchdown. He also catches the ball out of the backfield. He surpassed Boobie Gibson. So I go with Brian Robinson as my third green light.
Awesome. All really good choices. If your name is Robinson, you probably have a good chance.
Gumble and gumble.
There you go. So I'm going to start with Sam Laporta.
Oh.
I think I kind of like what
number
he's doing there.
Number 2 fantasy tight end.
That's pretty impressive. You know, it kind of, we all scratched our heads, right, when they traded TJ Hawkinson in division. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Jared Goff MVP?
Maybe. We'll see. He's definitely in the conversation. But I think that Sam Laporta is definitely going to have a nice day. He already has 3 touchdowns on the year, and he will be a good safety valve for Jared Goff because the Ravens are coming, and the Ravens are going to be coming hard. I'm taking the Rams defense against the Steelers. The Steelers don't do anything great on offense. They don't do much on offense at all. So I can definitely see the Rams feasting. Yes, feasting on that Steeler offensive line and Kenny Pickett and Najee Harris. And my third green light, I'm gonna go with Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I think he's finally gonna have a breakout game. And the Chargers, they traded J.C. Jackson back to the Patriots. They're a mess. So why not MVS? Why not today? Why not? Those are our green lights. Who are your red lights, D?
My red lights, I'm starting off with, funny enough, with Stafford against Pittsburgh. And it's just because Pittsburgh defense, and he's had a tough time. He's never beat Pittsburgh. He's 0-2 all time against them. I think the Rams win the game, but I don't think they do it, because of Matthew Stafford. Number 2, I've got Kirk Cousins against the 49ers. 49ers are coming off of a loss. Kirk Cousins doesn't have Justin Jefferson. I think they're going to get after Kirk in this game. And number 3, if you're desperate and you're starting this guy because you don't have anybody else, I think Rachaad White is also a red light. He's really struggling in the Bucs offense. He hasn't scored a touchdown since earlier in the season. So I try to get somebody else if that's what you're relying on.
You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that at all. My first 6, I am going to have to go with Gardner Minshew against the Browns defense. If, this is bye week, you get bye week covers, you're going to need a quarterback possibly. Minshew is not the guy. And it's not because of him. It's because he's going up against the Browns defense. They're ferocious. They come to play. And Minshew's going to get his head ripped off. So, if you're starting Gardner for a little Minshew magic, don't be surprised if the Browns make him disappear. My second red light. Any Broncos skill position player, they're done. They're just absolutely done. So if you got Jerry Jeudy, nope. Courtland Sutton, nope. Javonte Williams, nope. If they wear a Broncos uniform and they're not on defense, sit them. Sit them. And my third red light is A.J. Brown. I don't like what I'm seeing from him. I don't like the demands he's placing on Hurts. I don't like the chemistry of the Eagles offense right now. And I think it stems from the frustration he's not getting the ball. Now, they may very well try to force him the ball, and that could be even more disastrous. That being said, no. A.J. Brown, you can take a seat on the bench for this week. Those are our green lights. Those are our red lights. What are yours? Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on IG at FadeRoutePodcast, or drop us a line on X at FadeRouteDNZ. But it's time for us to run the go route again. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you like what you heard and want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, turn on subscription notifications, and tell your friends. Spread the word, spread it wide.